Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito Extra Beef. My name is Darien.
My name's Landon.
And today we're reviewing season 1 of a show that, in trivia, in the main podcast, we did that for about 5 weeks. I won and said that we will be reviewing for our first, I guess, not first Extra Beef, but next Extra Beef that we did, Smallville, season 1. Much to Landon's dismay. He was not happy about it. And now here we are. Yes, so here we are reviewing season 1. Now we're not going to do it like we normally do. Review each episode. It's a lot of episodes, so we're not going to do that. So we're mainly just going to talk about the whole season as a whole. We'll talk about like a couple episodes that we both like. Going into Smallville. Originally, first episode, what did you think?
Well,
not about the first episode, but like...
A little backstory. I don't think you could blame me for thinking of what this show was. Because, keep in mind here, the clips I saw of it, Heat Vision, for reference, of learning, I'm like, alright, Superman's going to get his powers in this show, but he's going to get them in really dumb ways. Like, for example, how he gets his heat vision in season 2. You know, and I'm all like, this is
But
dumb.
you haven't seen yet, but you saw a clip.
I saw a clip. I didn't see, like, I guess there's maybe context behind it, but the way I saw it, he's looking at his teacher, starting getting the feels, and just like, out of his freaking eyes.
It's also like 100 plus degrees in Smallville.
I like how that's what it is. It's hot down here. I guess the sun, powered him up.
A little bit.
He got him a little heated. Yeah. Anyways, but... in my mind, I'm like, this show is nothing but, it's a Superman show, but it's going to be really cheesy, it's going to be dumb, and the explanation of how he gets his powers are going to be really stupid. This show had me crying of how good it was. There's a couple episodes that felt really, really good. There's not really a bad episode. I was originally...
There's never really a bad episode in the show. It's more there's an episode that's just like, all right, can we hurry up?
Yeah, let's get to the next one. No, I thought the Freak of the Week thing was going to be bad. I'm like, why not just do Superman's villains? But at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't want to fight Metallo and while he's in high school, so I don't really know what to do.
Well, they get to that eventually, but it's not like every episode. You'll have like, oh, this episode's Metallo. And then like Metallo will come back another time.
I loved it, though. I thought all the villains were interesting. Especially the...
There wasn't a single Superman villain in this season. I don't think.
Besides
Lex Luthor, but
Lex,
that
doesn't count.
He's in the whole show.
Yeah.
Well, most of it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, they get to the point. I feel like next season, there's a point when he's in high school where Mr. Mxyzptlk shows up, but like I don't know when that is.
Who plays him?
I don't remember.
Okay, I was like, is it a key name actor?
But yeah. So Smallville. Season 1, high school, yeah, Clark.
He's what, sophomore?
He's a freshman.
Really?
The first 4 seasons go through his first 4 years of high school.
That boy ain't no freshman. Christ.
He's like 15.
Really? I thought he was like 16.
And Lana's also 15. Lex is like 21. Lex is a bad influence.
Hang around them high schoolers?
Yeah.
I'd be kind of weird for a 21-year-old hung out with my 15-year-old son.
Well, you're going to enjoy season 4. Anyway,
oh, I remember you telling me.
Jensen Ackles shows up and he's great, but what they do with this character is not that great. Anyway, so I mean he's in high school. You got his friends Chloe and Pete, and they're like a little friend trio. And then Lana, who's the girl that he likes, is dating this guy named Whitney, who's like a jock almost. He's kind of like a jerk in the very beginning of this.
And then you end up like really respecting him and liking him at the end.
And then like being upset when he goes off to the military.
Yeah, like no, stay. No one knows about his powers, obviously, besides his parents.
Yeah.
Powers, he just knows he is...
And
he doesn't even know if he's invincible. He just knows, at the beginning, he knows that he can...
He's just strong.
He can run fast, and he's strong.
And the thing is, with this, and the big catalyst of the show, big thing that really keeps coming back over and over, is the fact that Lex was
He was driving.
driving. There was something in the road, and he swerved, and it hit Clark
Well,
while he was on
he
the
was
bridge.
on his. I can't remember.
He was on his phone, and he looked up, and there was a thing in the road, and he did that.
Swerves.
And Clark was there. The car hit him. Clark dives in.
Throws him off
And,
a bridge.
yeah,
Yes.
Clark dives in, rips the roof off, saves Lex, and that keeps coming back over and over.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it a few more times in
He's like
the first season.
Scientists looking at it to see how it's even possible, and the speed at which he hit Clark should have killed him.
And you'll notice with this show that it could all be solved by it's just a lot of half truths, a lot of lies that just start building on each other until it just breaks everything, and it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
With because Lex just wants Clark to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And he suspects things, but then he's not suspecting things because the Clark's like, oh, Clark wouldn't lie to me.
Yeah.
And so it's just a lot of that.
But how much is Lex lying to Clark? Exactly.
So it's just like it's.
Oh, don't worry, Clark.
That was my phone.
Is that a Slack?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's that whole season's about that. There's really not much of a story this season, more than it is like, all right, we're introducing these characters, this world, these people. I mean, the biggest thing that happens at the end, there's a storm coming to Smallville.
A big it's like 2 tornadoes.
There were like a few.
Is it just 1 or is it like 2?
I think there were 3 whenever it showed it.
Dang,
and Lana had just dropped Whitney off, and the tornadoes come at the end. And this is at the point where Clark realizes that he likes Chloe. And they get together, and they go to the dance, and she's like, please don't, I'm just nervous that you're going to leave me for Lana or something like that, and it's this whole thing. And that's what he ends up doing. He leaves her to go save Lana, abandons her at the dance.
Yeah. Sorry,
And he saves Lana in this tornado, and that's where the season ends with the to be continued.
It's to be continued. And you have me like,
and
going,
you get,
no!
yeah, and you get in season 2 that whole thing. We watched the first episode, and I think she talked about it in there. Lana doesn't remember much, but she seems to remember one thing, and it's that she saw Clark flying in that tornado. And Clark told his parents in the second season, first episode, which is the only one we had watched that he thinks he was flying.
Yeah. He just can't tell because like tornado kind of pulled him, but he can't tell if he's flying. And she can't remember what. She just remembers him being there, but she can't remember anything else after that. And she's like, I don't know, what did you say? We should have killed you. He's like, no, I just grabbed you, And
at this point, I'm like, come on, Clark.
Whitney's gone, man.
But anyway, that's season 2. We're on season 1. I'll go through all the characters. Let me know what you thought about them. Quick thing. I mean, obviously Tom Welling, Clark Kent.
Peak. It's pretty good. I hate it because I'm just like, again, I feel so dumb beforehand. Like, oh man, it's yeah. What is this? Oh, it'll be okay. But it ain't gonna be anything. He's pretty good. I hate it because I wish they made like a real Superman movie with him.
Everyone wanted that. That's when before the DCU started and before they cast Superman, I was like, Tom Welling as Superman. He's like old, but
he's old now. But like, I wish they made like a Smallville movie. And it's like, I mean, look, you have, I mean, spoiler alert here, but like Lex is president, and the real like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine like a blockbuster, and it was like the big conclusion,
Yeah.
Who I think that would be great because Tom Welling, even like when he was older, playing it in the later seasons, I mean, dude looks like freaking Superman.
Young Superman,
just like him.
And this show feels really.
He has like the chin, like I don't know how to describe it.
This show feels real. There's a certain. I used to say this. It's a joke. There's a certain subspecies of white male that look like Superman, and like that's where they pick from to do these.
It's like the Facebook of Adam Sandler's, but it's the Facebook of Superman's. I wish I'm not in there.
I'm not either. But anyway, Clark, good. Lex, Michael Rosenbaum,
great.
He's the best Lex
Luthor. I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing nobody. Live action, correct?
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's good, but
he's not Michael Rosenbaum.
He's not Michael.
And you haven't even gotten to the evil Lex Luthor yet.
No. He's just all.
He's just nice.
It's just funny because me and you kept making jokes. Clark, my father, is a piece of... I would never lie to you.
Well, speaking of that, Lionel Luthor, he only made a little bit, but he's a season regular in season 2, so you'll see him a lot more.
Yeah, he's in the...
he's like the evil side of Lex almost.
Yeah. Kind of Devil's... Devil's wing, or right
on his shoulder, yeah.
Devil's
and Clark's
shoulder.
the angel.
Yeah.
And so him as a character, did you?
I loved Lionel.
He was a jerk.
Riddler from freaking Batman.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have the HDMI hooked up, but I guess I could pull it up on here. Here, look.
I have a meme I'm going to make for you. I guess you can maybe add an episode if I get it done in time because I got inspired by the Riddler in Batman.
There's a character in Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
oh
the
my god,
scientist at the beginning.
yeah, with yeah, Ivy
Clive,
kills
yeah,
him. Yeah,
yeah,
she kisses him.
yeah. So
That's
that's
him.
him.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is him. Holy
That
crap.
was right before Smallville.
Um, yeah, Lex's dad's like completely. He's like sleeping with girls he's been with.
Yeah.
Like Lex's, I'm like, I can't
Jerk.
imagine my dad being with someone that when I've been with them. That's so
That's
terrible.
gross. Yeah,
Um,
Lionel's very much a jerk. He shuts down the plant at the end of the season that was in Smallville.
just to prove a point.
Just to tell Lex that his life isn't in Smallville. It's in
Yeah. Oh, good.
Metropolis.
You proved me right. Or you proved me wrong. Well, here I'm fired your branch. Come with
Yeah.
me now. It's like, oh
And
no, I
Lex
want.
is planned to buy out all the stuff, and he's gonna make it Lex Corp or whatever. I assume.
I love when that happens. He's like, yeah, Lex did a buyout. And you're like, I'll let you have one guess what they're gonna call it. I was like, Luther Corp. You're like, no, Lex Corp. It was already called Luther Corp.
um, but the funny thing is, Luthor Corp is only in this show. They never called it anything. It never called the company Luthor Corp anything else but Smallville.
Mm.
And now James Gunn's Superman is called Luthor Corp. So they took from Smallville.
So James Gunn already doing Pete.
Uh,
I mean, if he's taking inspiration off this show, which I
I
mean,
mean,
he could.
one of his friends plays Lex Luthor in the show.
Who?
The guy who plays Lex Luthor.
Oh my! Oh yes. So, excuse me.
I was like, the guy who played Lex Luthor is one of his friends, and you were like, who? And I was like, the guy who.
No. I mean,
I know.
I think like the guy who played Lex Luthor is like in the movie.
No.
I'm like, what? Michael
No,
is in the
no.
movie.
Anyway, you got the Mom and Pa Kent.
Oh, I can't. Holy crap! The freaking Bo Duke
Yep, from Dukes of
from
Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, and it's so funny. I cannot get over the episode. And it's the episode with the flower. Freaking opens up
When he's listening to the song
he's
on the radio.
listening to the Dukes of Hazzard song while he's in the truck, and again, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. But when
Well, this was season 1. Yeah.
well, I know it's season 1, but I'm talking about the episode where freaking Luke Duke comes in.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he's like
and
the
see
mayor.
later on in the show, yeah.
Is that well? He's like the mayor.
No, he's like a senator or
The
something.
senator. They go in together. The freaking General Lee, but it's blue. And they're doing the freaking jumps and stuff, and they're like
Yeah.
best friends. I'm like, I'm so happy because I freaking dude that was my show when I was a kid. I grew up on that because I didn't have cable, but like my uncle he had the DVDs. We watched it all the time. But Pa Kent's the goat in the show. Ma Kent is the goat. Best Mom Pa Kent on screen.
No, I'm kidding.
For now, yeah.
I think, well,
We'll see.
I think
but
Ma Kent in the new Superman movie is going to be like the sweetest old lady
That is,
ever.
dude. I want to drive up to Kansas and say protect her, man. It's like we'll see about Pa though. Not that I don't think the guy's gonna do bad, but one's freaking Bo Duke compared to
Yeah.
Raisman. So.
Well, you got them. They're really good. I'm not really giving my thoughts as much because everyone knows how I feel about the show. I love the show.
Mhm.
I'll still review it, but I'll still like rate it. But I'm more into getting your thoughts.
I do like how they're. I don't want to sound like cheesy saying stuff like this, but it does feel like they're real parents. They really like care about Clark and I understand why they don't want him to show his powers. You know, I mean,
And I have like one line stuck in my head from the whole show, and I think Pa Kent says that every episode he's like, "Now Clark
no, Clark, you can't
play
you
football.
can't get women with your powers. But why?
Why, Dad?
Why, Dad?
No, but check out the friends called Chloe, Pete, Lana.
So I like. All right, I like Pete. I think
He'll get better for you in season 2. I feel like.
Okay, because I just don't. I like him. Nothing against him. I just don't feel like we really saw much of him.
Yeah.
And he's just not really as memorable.
Mhm.
The only time I really felt like memorable was when he was it the flower episode as well, where he got like a really aggressive at the end. It was because excuse me, because that was a side effect. After a while, you get like really aggressive. So, excuse me, I had like the hiccups.
Yeah, like
Holy
one
crap!
thing.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm trying to drown them out, man.
I'll like scare you or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out as
Oh,
time.
God, I freaking hit a tooth.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, so Pete, Chloe.
I like Chloe.
Yeah, and you better force, even if you didn't, you better force yourself to like her because she'll be around the whole show.
I'm fine. No, no, I like her. Um, I'm trying to think of anything I guess bad to say, but no, I it had me a little tearing up in season two. We keep going
Yeah,
ahead,
don't
but
talk about season two.
but
We'll get
the
into it.
part where like she leaves or Clark leaves and she's like, you know what? I just I think we're just better friends. And Clark's like, oh because he doesn't want to say yeah, but he's just like, oh okay, he thinks that's what she's wanting, but
Yeah,
and it makes her cry. I'm like, no, get with her,
you
Clark.
get that with the whole show. You're
Yeah,
like being pulled back and forth.
yeah.
Um,
I feel like I'm in high school again.
yeah.
It's terrible.
Um, that's really most of the characters that
Oh,
are the
we
important
didn't talk
ones.
about Lana.
Oh, well, I said her in the
Well,
Friends
I know you
episode.
said it, but do you have you got any thoughts on her or?
I mean, my thoughts are that I mean, right now I like her. She's
Yeah,
I'm
I
on
like her
her and
too. I mean,
Clark,
quit
but
don't
then I'm
play with
like,
Clark's emotions now.
yeah.
But
Well, we know that she likes him and he likes her. We just waiting for this.
when he's gone,
Yeah,
so I know. Come on, I'm about to go ahead of myself again because I forgot about the Earth shaking.
yeah, that's
That's
later.
crazy.
um,
That's crazy.
that's later. But yeah, this whole season though, as a whole, I think it was nice. It was fun. I think season two maybe starts to have more world building in the case of like Red Kryptonites in season two.
Yeah,
You get all the stuff. Kryptonite's the big thing in this. Um, you did have one guy, a reporter, figure out.
everything with Clark.
Yeah, and he was like working with Lex, and he was trying to get Lex to give Lex the information. Lex was like, "I want you to stop looking into the kids and
Mhm.
all that stuff." But that goes more into season two because when season one ends, John Kent and that guy he was chasing him down to get the footage,
Yeah, then we get
and
season two is
the
when
big house fell on him.
yeah.
And then they also he found the ship. They put the little piece that they had
Mhm.
gotten of Clark's ship in there, and it opened,
Mhm.
um, and it flew off after that. And it was in the middle of a field somewhere, which is the last time you see that.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's really where season one ended for the most part.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it? I know because they go. Sorry, I'm just. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay. But yeah, season one. Any standout episodes? Anything that like
Um,
you remember? Like, oh, I did like that
so
episode.
two on top of my head that
You don't have to know the exact number, just like that.
or three. Oh yeah, I'll explain the episodes. I definitely can't remember. There's like 21 of them. They're each
Yes.
like an hour long.
Yeah.
The three that just stand out on top of my head at the moment is the flower episode. If you don't know, the people there's like this flower that Luther Corp's been working on, and Doctor or Professor Hamilton. Is that
I
his name?
get. I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so. Or working on this flower that's from like prehistoric age, and what it does is if it's near you, it sprays out a little gas, and it makes you your I guess more primal instincts. Like it'll make you very I guess a lot of
Yeah.
testosterone and all that, and make you very makes you not do things you wouldn't normally do. Acting very sexual towards people,
Mhm.
and then very aggressive. Um, I thought that episode was really good. I thought it's had some funny moments with John Kent, and very great acting from the guy who does Pete with when he's like holding a gun against like Lex, saying like you're taking Clark away from me, my best friend,
Yeah.
and honestly, like Lana hitting on Clark and Clark's like blushing. It's pretty funny.
That was a good
Um,
one.
I love it though. That was a great episode. Another one that sticks out to me is the one with Tony
Mm-hmm.
Where he is
Jitters.
working on I can't remember what he was working on, but some accident happened at Lex Corp or Luther Corp, and it's causing him to have, I guess, seizures.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like very very heavy seizures where he's like shaking and it like he like kind of does he face through stuff as well?
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but he can shake enough where I know he can like shatter glass and break stuff, and it makes you like it makes you literally like go insane of like dude just the drama of like is there a third floor because he keeps saying level 3 is where he worked and it was a secret project and now everywhere he goes there's no
No
level
level three. Yeah.
3 and he goes into he said he knew which hall he'd go down every day for work to take the elevator goes into a room it's just a supply closet like a janitor closet And Lex is saying, "Yeah, Clark, there's never been a level 3 here." And then you're like, "I guess there isn't." Revealed,
Yeah.
there is a level 3, and it's very, you got a good hostage situation going on. It's very nice. Last episode is definitely the one with Iceman in it, Bobby.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the actor's name. Does he come back later as
Jimmy Olsen. Yeah.
is Jimmy Olsen? Um,
I don't remember
that's a
which
great
one that
one.
is.
In that episode, Clark and this random kid switch powers. Well, not switch powers, but Clark loses powers, and this kid gets all of his powers. And so, obviously, a person who's not really responsible with them can cause, you know, havoc.
Yeah.
It's pretty
The
cool.
episode's called
Clark
Leech.
using brains over bronze in this episode. But those are the big three that tell my mind. Unless I'm missing one, unless
Well, mine. I had to look back up just to remind myself what all the episodes were. Episode 3, Hothead, with the coach.
that was a good one.
Who can control that one sticks out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he like turns up the fire or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's the other one? I think there's about 3 of them. I don't know where it's at. The one with the old man who turned back. He like fell into the water.
Oh yeah, he turned young. Yes,
Yeah.
you have the lady who sees the visions in the future. Yes,
That
was
one.
a good one.
And then which one is it? Oh yeah, the one with the student who messed his hands up.
See,
And he
I was going to say that was like unfortunate.
he kills the principal or whatever.
He kills the principal and over because of a hit and run
Yeah.
that his son ended up causing, and that was insane. I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing one. The one with the kidnapping, and Lana kept seeing through the eyes of the killer.
Episode 20, yeah.
Is episode 20?
Mhm.
Okay, I can't remember if that was like a season 2 thing.
Yeah, it was explosion of kryptonite gives Lana the ability to see through kidnappers' eyes. That whole one. Yeah. But I mean those are mine. And yeah, I guess with that is Smallville season 1. Interesting first start to a 10-season show.
Yeah.
Season 2 coming up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
There are how many episodes? 23 episodes in season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't remember. I think there is story in season 2. Like there's an overall story in this one finally. But yeah. With that though, I guess we can rate it and head out of here.
Yeah.
What would you rate Smallville season 1?
Honestly, give it a solid 8.5. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited where the next season takes us. I'm guessing they'll explore more into the characters. I almost want to give it a 9, but I don't want to rate it that high just yet.
Yeah, 8.5 seems nice. Now on I don't know if this is the whole show or not. This might just be the whole show.
I know I'm usually on IMDb. They usually rate the seasons, but
No, that's the whole show. Okay. Well, I don't know what it is on IMDb. Let me see. Yeah, it's just giving me the show. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so you give it 8.5. I think 8.5 works.
so I was wrong.
Yeah.
And my biggest apologies. And guess what? You're gonna be wrong.
I'm not gonna be wrong because I've seen half of that show.
You've seen 3 episodes.
4.
Really?
Yes.
There's like 10. So
I've seen basically half.
No, there's 11.
Gee.
There's not even half. What?
You said 10. I said basically half.
There's 11.
Oh,
I can't remember if it was like 11 or 12. I think the last one's like a 2-parter. But I hope you enjoy. In fact, we might watch them tonight.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
But all right, with that though, we're going to get ready to get out of here. So thank you all so much for joining us for this extra beef. Never done an extra beef like this live.
Oh, this?
Yeah, we've never done one in the room
so
before.
This is the first that
Yeah.
like this. So welcome.
No,
wrong. Deadpool and Wolverine.
it wasn't extra beef.
What the heck was that?
It was an X-Men Mayhem episode. The last extra beef we did was our review of Suicide Squad season 1, and that was on Zoom.
Oh wow.
It's like a hair on my hat. Anyway, but yeah, so we'll have more extra beefs, a lot of them coming up in the next few months. I guess we got one, about a week.
Joker comes in.
Well, no, Superman, Super/Man, the Chris Reeve story. 2 Supermans in a row.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but that'll be. We watched that a week from today, so it'll be that following Wednesday. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. So thank you all so much for joining us for this one, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.